Mo actually was based on this Jerky Boys tape where they would call this bartender and ask for alcoholic or something, and he would get incredibly mad and threaten to kill them and cut off their ears and everything. So that was the basis for Mo. And then what Hank says is that he took Al Pacino and again, sort of like lowered it and made it a little more angry, and that's the voice of Mo. Well, Mr. Burns, he's named Montgomery after Sam's dad, actually, and he is a character who did not appear in the shorts. They were looking for a real villain. Matt had pitched that Homer work in a nuclear plant. So they wanted to, nuclear plants are utilities, technically don't have owners per se, but so they wanted this owner, and he's a little bit like the Lionel Barrymore character in It's a Wonderful Life. He definitely, his face looks vulture-like. I think Sam, again, I always want to be accurate with these things. I think Sam designed him or participated in the design. Sam, I know, said Smithers should be clearly attracted to Mr. Burns, but we never say very clearly that it's a gay attraction. Or to me, he's a Burns-asexual. Like whatever Burns is what he's attracted to. And Burns, I think one way that the character grew was in that first episode that we wrote at the nuclear power plant picnic. Reagan used to have things on index cards presented to him, so we did that with Burns, and I think that the Burns voice is a little like Reagan's voice. You can see a little taste of it there. I think Flanders is a little bit like George H.W. Bush, and I think Skinner is a little bit like Nixon. Again, they start there, but then they become these wonderful characters of their own. It was great to see just this little thing that Sam said, let's do it subtly, and maybe we've done it not so subtly since, become something that everybody caught. One thing that coincided with The Simpsons premiering was, VCRs were pretty ubiquitous, so people could freeze frame and go back and analyze things, and at the same time the internet was starting. So it was a show that rewarded repeated viewings, and we would put things in that you couldn't possibly catch on the first viewing. We'd put in references to famous art. We'd put in, one thing we never did is, we would get a note from broadcast standards saying it's a kid's show, and we never viewed it as that. We viewed it as a show written for adults that kids would watch because it was animated. And of course, there are certain things like you wouldn't show Maggie drinking bleach. You wouldn't want to have a 2-year-old imitate that. But in terms of the subject matter explored, like in the first season, Marge considered having an affair. Homer considered committing suicide. It was never written as a show aimed only at children. And if you look at all the great animation that's successful, it's because it draws both.